There are two sides to Delhi, one that we all love and adore, and the second that none of us want to encounter. Well, Netflix is giving us a glimpse yet again into the second with the second season of Delhi Crime. It gives me immense honor today to talk about the same to the lead stars of the show, Shefali Shah, Rajesh Tailang, and Rasika Dugal, along with their director, Tanuj Chopra. Welcome, sirs and ma'ams, to Desimartini. This is Mahima. How are you?
Very well, Mahima. How are you?
Good. How does it feel to be back in Delhi?
Well, good. Yeah. And particularly for Delhi crime. I mean, feels absolutely appropriate.
Feeling good is like the opposite of what Delhi crime is all about.
Well, I wouldn't actually say that, Mahima, because yes, we talk about the gruesome crime, but we also talk about a system which is helping to solve that crime. So I wouldn't say that entirely.
Definitely one of the most impactful shows out there. I want to start by asking you, what was the biggest highlight of season 1 for all three of you? Starting with Shefali ma'am.
The fact that we could do it, the script, just putting it together, it was amazing. That was the highlight for me, just the entire process.
Wow. Rajesh, sir, how about you?
Definitely the script. और उसके अलावा the approach and the sensitivity to handle this case and this series was highlight for me.
Wow. Rasika, Neeti goes on an entirely different emotional ride throughout season 1, throughout season 2. We are going to see her grow. How did it feel to get back into the shoes of that character?
Very nice. I really enjoy playing this part because, there's some parts you read and you feel this person is not like you at all. And there are some which you really resonate and connect with. Neeti is one of those for me. I really enjoy being her. So, season 1 took her on one kind of journey and left her at a point where she's beginning to understand the system within which she's working. And now season 2 is another deal where she starts off with a more confident and comfortable police officer, but there are other things happening in her personal life and she's really trying to juggle her personal and professional life. So that is her journey in this season, and so I was excited as a performer to take that on along with Tanuj.
Wow. Tanuj, coming to you, the show won an Emmy. So, it is huge. It is on an international standard. So, taking up the second season of such a big show can be both daunting and exciting. For you, was it a difficult yes or was it an easy yes?
It's easy yes, easy yes. A chance to work with these actors, a chance to work with Shefali Shah, Rasika Dugal, Rajesh Talang. Like, you don't say no to those kind of things. And the hardest thing for a TV show is to get a good first season. You're already giving me a good first season. I can only build off of that. That's just an inspiring opportunity for me. I don't feel the pressure.
Oh, wonderful. It's nice to see you sitting all cool. I'm more excited about season 2, just looking at how happy you all look with it. So I'm very excited about it.
We are very excited about it. I'm extremely proud of it.
Wow. Okay, so now Vartika is such a big character who everybody loves. She is the boss. She is the bomb. I want to ask you, at the back of your mind while shooting for season 2, was there a little bit of pressure? Like, people are expecting so much from her. Like, everybody thinks of her as a hero, but as you said, she's also a human being. We get to see different sides of her character. Did it add any extra pressure on you?
So there are two things you're asking me, Mahima. One is that any which ways, when I'm doing any work, I have pressure on myself because I'm scared of going in front. Like, I don't know what I will do in front of the camera. Two is, yes, correctly said, Vartika became, I don't know what she became, much more than I ever expected. The fear was not because of the external pressure, but just internally thinking that season happened. She just got created. How I did it, I can't explain it. And I was like, how do I fill those shoes again? Because they just seem to get bigger and bigger. So that was the fear and pressure. But exactly what I have said in my interviews, which you repeated, is what adds the depth to her in season 2 and makes her even more exciting is the wrong word. It's just so, because in season 1, she became a hero. In season 2, she's human. And it's great to break her down in that way. Where she falters, she makes mistakes. But then that is her grace of accepting it and correcting it.
Wow, I have chills. Okay, sorry, moving on. Okay,
No,
so
no, you don't have to be sorry. I have goosebumps from day before yesterday. I'm only having goosebumps only.
just, I mean, even watching the trailer, it gave me goosebumps. I mean, after Nirbhaya, this is another big case that we are exploring in this season. So, how difficult was it? I mean, like getting into the mindset of the character again. Rajesh sir, starting with you, how difficult was it कि इस बार नया पूरा केस है, आपके कैरेक्टर की और भी पर्सनल चीज़ें चल रही हैं. How difficult was it for you?
देखिए, किसी भी कैरेक्टर को आप एक गैप के बाद दोबारा उसके शूज़ में जाने की कोशिश करते हैं, तो वो एक एक मुश्किल तो नहीं कहूँगा, लेकिन एक डर सा होता है कि ये फिर से वो उतने ही ट्रुथफुलनेस के साथ आप वो कर पाएंगे कि नहीं कर पाएंगे. लेकिन जब आपको एक अच्छी स्क्रिप्ट मिलती है, आपको वापस सारे को आर्टिस्ट मिलते हैं और वही माहौल मिलता है, तो इट बिकम्स रियली ईजियर टू go back to that character. And what was the second part of it?
Basically, how difficult was it कि personal life of a cop and the professional life, how difficult was it to get into the mindset of it?
हाँ, ये एक चैलेंज मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ दिल्ली क्राइम की खासियत यही है कि इसमें जो पर्सनल लाइफ और प्रोफेशनल लाइफ का जो तालमेल बिठाने सारे कैरेक्टर्स जूझ रहे हैं, वो नॉट ओनली माई कैरेक्टर है ना, एवरी कैरेक्टर गोज थ्रू इट. और ड्यूटी के अंदर भी वो एक जो डायलेमा कॉन्फ्लिक्ट रहता है हमेशा कि मतलब दे कैन नॉट अफोर्ड टू फील एंड दे हैव टू चूज व्हाट टू इमोट एंड व्हाट नॉट टू इमोट. एज एन एक्टर वो एक चैलेंजिंग चीज़ हो जाती है हमेशा आपके लिए कि कैरेक्टर भी अगर पकड़ रखा है उसने इमोशन को और वो नहीं दिखाना चाहता है या कभी गलत जो है ही नहीं वो दिखा रहा है, क्योंकि पुलिस का काम इस तरह का है ना. तो ये एज एन एक्टर हमेशा मतलब ये सारे, और वही इंटरेस्टिंग पार्ट है एज एन एक्टर, चैलेंजिंग भी वही है.
It's so nice that all of you have so much fun at your job. I mean, it's wonderful, like I'm having right now. Okay, so my next question is a little bit more serious. Being a viewer, the show impacted me so much. All the gruesome details and everything, I could not look away because it was just very impactful. It was very overwhelming. How deep?
You couldn't look away, or you couldn't
I
watch
couldn't look away. I wanted to, but I could not because it was so gripping and it was so overwhelming. Whatever was happening in season 1, season 2, we got a glimpse in the trailer. I want to ask you, as actors who are actually shooting the scenes, who are actually looking at the gruesome crime scenes which have been made up over there for you on set. How difficult was it? I mean, could you switch off your mind after getting off camera, or did it stay with you? Starting with Shefali ma'am.
So one is like Rajesh just said, you know, as cops, you have to distance yourself emotionally. So it's a part of that job as a cop. As an actor, I don't want to distance myself at all from the script or the role. Thirdly, technically, when we shot those sequences, there are probably 1 or 2 shots in, where you see the victim and the cops together. Because, I mean, we have a sensitive filmmaker here who understands that just because there are 2 cops standing there, I don't need another actor to lie there with prosthetics pretending to be dead. It's not fair on another actor. So there are very few shots of us combined. So it's not like we were watching that all the time, the person lying there. Yeah. But the pictures and all, and not just of what was created for the show, but the actual pictures that you shared with us, they were to think that something like this could happen. That impact, I think that kind of made the seriousness of what we were doing, for the gravitas. Anyway, there is a gravitas to the show. But when I was unaware of this gang or what they did. I was unaware until the script came along. So when I see those pictures or you read those articles, you realize, oh my God. And then you can go back into that space and say, if I had to confront this as a cop, what would happen?
I'm so happy you made it very clear that you shot at different times.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Rasika, coming to you, even though you did not shoot it with the prosthetics and everything, it was all shot separately, but you still knew what was happening. How long did it stay with you after shooting? How did you come out of it?
It's very hard to tell how long something stays with you, because the attempt as a performer when you're working on any given material is that you attempt to live that life. And much like our experiences in life, you can't really tell how much you remember and for how long, and what exactly the impact of it is. Like very often, like, you think you don't remember something, but much later in your life it comes back to you and it takes you by surprise. So what you experience while shoot is a little like that. You can't really identify it कि हाँ मैंने इस सीन के दौरान मुझे ये फील हुआ और अब 2 महीने तक मेरे साथ रहा और फिर चला गया, या शूट के एंड ऑफ द डे पे चला गया. इट्स नॉट सो टैंजिबल, इट्स नॉट ईजी टू टेल. सो इट इज़ लाइक एनी अदर एक्सपीरियंस इन योर लाइफ. When you're attempting to really be invested in your work as an actor, hopefully you've sort of lived it as if you would have had you been that person, you know. So then the experience that you carry from there becomes a real experience in your life, and you sometimes remember it, sometimes don't remember it, sometimes it comes back later. So it's different at different times, but it's not at all possible to identify it or quantify it.
Okay, as a viewer, I have to tell all of you, kudos, because the first season is still with me. It was so impactful. Okay, so now in the second season, Tanuj, in a recent interview, you had mentioned you wanted to like take a deep dive into the personal life of the characters. How challenging was it for you to do so without like getting too much focus away from the main story?
Yeah, that's the balance we try to find, you know, and you have to find it in the edit. You have to shoot all the scenes you need, and then sometimes you might feel like you're getting too far into the personal lives and the audience is getting off of the chase. Sometimes the chase is too much. You need to take a pause and go into the personal life. So it's about a rhythm and a balance you have to find. And so you make a guess with the writing. You know, you shoot it, see what the scenes are like. You put it in the edit, and it's a third writing process. And you find that balance. I think this season, despite the fact we went deeper into their personal lives, we also needed momentum. Season 1 was a think piece. You know, it kind of moved in its own pace. Season 2 is more of a chase. And so while we go deeper into the personal lives, we needed to keep the rhythm going for this season.
Wow, I'm excited to like take a peek into all the
Where it
characters
goes.
and their personal lives. I'm very excited because the show is so intense. We need a little bit of household drama also. So I'm hoping that that will be there. Okay, so before I take your leave, I just have one more question for you. Now I know that the show's name is Delhi Crime, but I have one very important question for you, because we all live in Delhi and we all want to feel that this city is safe and happy like we know it. So before leaving, could you please share one happy, lively, fun memory that you have of the city, starting with Rajesh sir?
मैं तो दिल्ली रहता हूँ, मेरी सारी खुशियाँ यही.
Perfect. ये तो सर सबसे अच्छा वे है इंटरव्यू एंड करने के लिए. Rasika, how about you?
I have so many fun memories. I used to be in Lady Shri Ram College doing my graduation there, and but most of my memories from Delhi are food related. So I think if you have to ask me to pick one, then it will be the hot chocolate fudge at Nirula's.
Oh God. Right. Shefali, I'm coming to you.
What is my happy memory of Delhi? Right now, sitting here and doing this interview with Mahima.
I am dead and I have gone to heaven. Thank you so much. Tanuj, how about you?
I have so many memories of Delhi, but the warmest ones for me are being a young child, 3-4 years old, and in South Extension with my grandparents, and going to the rooftop with my grandfather in the mornings and feeding the pigeons, you know, and watching them fly off. And they're always above me watching me.
That's so sweet. On that note, thank you so much for your time, and please give us a season 3 soon. I mean, I'm waiting for season 2, but I'm also eagerly waiting for season 3. Please. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you so much, and all the very best for Delhi Crime 2.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.